Good morning. My name is Tom. I come to you from the Rustic log cabin in northern Maine. I'm headed back to the cabin. I just caught my third laker. This one is 27 inches long, 7 pounds. I'm headed back to the cabin. I've got this one and I've got one salmon in the cooler for supper. It has been a hellacious fishing trip up here. If you haven't subscribed to this channel and you like stuff on the great outdoors, fishing and stuff, this is what this channel is all about here at the Rustic log cabin in northern Maine. I look forward to meeting you. I want to get all the gill out. I don't want to smoke anything to do with the gill, the blood, or anything like that. Now, one of the things that I don't do with the guts is I don't throw them in the woods here at the cabin, because I don't want to draw in bears or anything like that. So what I have is I have a 5-gallon bucket with a lid with a little bit of water in it, and then I will throw the guts and heads in that bucket, and then tomorrow when I'm back out in the boat I will dump them overboards, and that way I don't risk calling in bears and stuff like that to get them feeding here around the cabin. I don't throw anything in the woods here at the cabin, ever. For a lot of reasons. One is the bears, the other is raccoons, everything else that will come to the cabin. People talk about knives. Now there's a knife. I like that Australian show from years ago. I'll show you a knife. The reason I have such a big knife for these is it makes it a lot easier to fillet them out. Now when I put it in the canning jar, I filleted out the entire both sides because it was going in a canning jar. I didn't want the bone in there. But what I do with this now is all I'll do is fillet one side. I'll fillet one side, and the bone will be on the other side because it doesn't matter. Now one of the things I like to do when I get this right here is the bladder. This is why I don't throw fish back when it comes to lake trout that you pull up off the bottom, is when these guys come up off the bottom, this bladder right here fills up with air, and I think that they have trouble getting back down to bottom. So if you like, it takes about 20 minutes to a half hour to land one of these fish, so he's pretty tired by the time he gets to the boat. So I feel that if I throw this fish back, he's going to die anyways. That's why I only fish for one. You're allowed one out here on the lake. I catch one, I keep one. But if I threw him back, see I kept fishing the rest of the day and just kept throwing fish back. Personally, my own personal opinion is that fish will die anyways because he's exhausted. The temperature change from the bottom to the top is huge, and this air bladder is filled with water. But why I'm in here is I want to find the stomach. I want to see what's in the stomach area. If you get in here, got to get that bladder. See that bladder right full of air? It's almost like a balloon. See that? All that is full of air. Poke a hole in it, it deflates. That's why I think this fish would die going back down the bottom. But you get in here to the stomach. Here's the stomach, and look at that. Bone empty. Sometimes there's a whole fish in there. It's just got some kind of green. Oh, rubber worm. This is why I don't like plastics. Sometimes you catch these fish and their bellies would be right full of rubber worms. If it was my opinion, I mean, if I had any say about it, I would make rubber bait illegal for fishing for bass because they don't dissolve. And when you catch a big fish like this, sometimes they can have 10 or 15 of these rubber worms in them. So you figure it out. If the belly is full of a rubber worm, how's that fish gonna eat? He's not. For the end of this video, I'm going to put some links to some videos along the same thing. Off-grid living, how to be self-reliant. What do you do when the shit hits the fan? Sorry. At the end of this video, I'm going to put some clips in on this off-grid cabin and the lifestyle that I've chosen here. And what would you do when the crap hits the fan, and just what's your ideas on it, and what's my ideas on it. My content in this channel is all about how-to and a teaching channel on how to live off the grid and how to live out in the bush. And I will see you in the next one.